Oh my freaking god. Hey guys, it's Leek. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a mukbang that wasn't requested, but I thought I would just do one today because I haven't done one since like last year or earlier this year, and they did really well. So I figured I would do one today so I don't have that much time. Today I'm eating Taco Bell. I really wanted a double decker, but they don't sell double deckers anymore, so I just got 2 nachos. I'm really basic, and of course the best thing ever invented, a Baja Blast freeze, and it was happy hour. So something I've really been wanting to talk about lately on my channel is relationships. I feel like every single one of my friends or someone that I know has gone through, is going through, it's been coming up a lot lately with my topics on my friend circle, which is like toxic relationships and how us girls, because guys and girls can be toxic, there's no gender to toxicity. Anyways, I want to talk specifically about how us girls always stay longer than we should in a relationship. I feel like guys leave at like the first sign of something that they don't like, and then girls will literally find a reason to stay in every single relationship that they are in. And like, it's good, but it's sad. I feel like there should be like a medium. Guys should try a little bit more and girls should try a little bit less, because if you show a guy that you're gonna stick around no matter what he does and keep forgiving him and keep allowing him to do these things to you, he's gonna start to take advantage of that. He's gonna start to see that. He's gonna keep treating you the way that he should no matter what. Real quick, how do I know this? My 4-year relationship that I was in before the relationship I'm in now was super toxic, like, and I think emotional like mental abuse is way worse than anything, and it was mentally so toxic. My last relationship, it was 4 years of toxicness, and that's a prime example of how girls stay longer than they should, because I was in a relationship for 4 years, and for like the last year I was so unhappy. It took me a year to build up the courage to leave him, because there's ways you know you're officially done with the relationship. There's 3 ways you know you're really done with the relationship. Number 1 for me was I didn't care about anything he did about us. I didn't care. I stopped caring, basically. And then once we broke up, I really didn't care. Number 2, everything that they do irritates you. Like, it's just like aggravating to be around them. You have to force yourself to be around them. It's just like, it's awful. And then the last one is you have no feelings for them, which is similar to not caring, and everything they're doing irritating you is because you don't have feelings for them anymore. Like, if you're gonna love somebody, you're gonna always love them. But if it's reached the point where you don't even care, like if they don't come home, if they don't text you, you're not paranoid, you don't care anymore, you're done. And so I just think it's crazy how toxic relationships are getting to be so normalized. Like, my relationship isn't perfect. It never will be. 2 completely different personalities, but in a lot of ways we're alike. And we're always going to bump heads. We're always going to have problems. But at the end of the day, we have very, very, very good communication. And very good, like, we care at the end of the day. Like, we don't go our separate ways at the end of the night. We sleep in the same bed. Like, the communication, the love, everything, the trust is still there. No matter what problems we have, we talk about them. We force each other to talk about them. And in my last relationship, if I was unhappy, it like wasn't even a discussion. Like, it was just like, get over it. And that's not healthy, because I got so used to holding in my unhappiness and all my problems that I just stopped caring. Because if the one person that's supposed to care about your happiness doesn't, it's like, why am I even here? So it's so much better. Let me tell you something.
You want to know something? You want to know something?
When girls leave a toxic ass relationship and they get into a new one, that new one is so much better, because not only does a girl know her self-worth now, she's not gonna settle for less. She's gonna make you work. She's not gonna stick around for long, because she already knows what she can and cannot tolerate. So if you see a girl, aka i.e. me, you see a girl move on after a long relationship, that boy must be pretty amazing, and she is very happy, and you should just be happy for her, because a lot of people like to say girls move on too fast. It is so true when people say a girl mentally leaves a relationship before she leaves physically. Like, we've thought about it a million times in our heads, different scenarios. If I leave now, what will happen? Oh, we can't break up now, Christmas is coming up. I can't break up now, it's gonna be our anniversary. I can't leave him now, he's sad, he failed his test, I can't leave now. It's never gonna be a good time. But once you do, a girl has been mentally gone for months, so she's gonna find a guy very soon and move on, and that's just because she was already ready to move on. That's just how it is. And girls are so strong. Like, a girl will take so much before she leaves. She will put up with so much shit before she finally decides enough is enough. And now, I'm not a boy, so I can't speak for men, but I know a couple females that are toxic themselves. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like all men are toxic, because girls are toxic in a lot of ways too. Girls guilt trip you into staying with them. Girls try to trap you. Girls have a lot of emotional like, girls make a lot of emotional attachments and try to make you feel that too, and make you feel guilty, because I would do the same thing in my ex relationship. I hate the way it's normalized that toxic relationships are just what's out there. Like, you have to fight, someone has to cheat. Like, no, if they're your forever person, they will show you that they are your forever person. They shouldn't have to test your limits, cheat on you, say they're sorry, beg for your forgiveness. Like, none of that is okay. Like, no, it's not okay. And you have to be in a place mentally where you love yourself and you know what's good for yourself, so that when they mess up, they have to work to get you back. Like, don't get me wrong, relationships are fixable to a certain extent. Like, there are certain things you definitely cannot fix, but if it can be fixed, I definitely think it's worth a try, because everyone's young, everyone makes mistakes. You can't like completely run off, but you could definitely have boundaries. Some people honestly don't tolerate shit. Like, once you do this, you're done with. Like, and that's me in the beginning of a relationship. Like, if you're messing up in the beginning, I feel like, why would I keep you around to see what else you do? Like, that's just the way I am. Like, if you haven't even hit a year in a relationship and someone's messing up, it's like, and that's the thing, like, red flags, people ignore red flags so much, and it's so not good, because those red flags, like 90% of the time, is going to be the reason why you break up, because it's signs that you ignore that continue to get worse and worse and worse, or continue to come up, and you just never care to address them. Like, if you get with a guy, he's a super flirty, friendly person, and then later on in life he cheats on you, you know what type of guy he was, like, but you stuck around. You notice he didn't have a job when you got together, he never really could keep a job, and then down the line you're the only one making money and he's sitting around doing nothing. Like, you knew this in the beginning, but you stuck around to wait, because like all people, we hope that there's better in a person. We hope that they'll change for us. That is not always the case. People are going to change for who they want to change for, and that does not necessarily have to be you, baby girl. I'm sorry. Like, my neck is itching. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, that air was a game changer. I lived the best of both worlds. I had a long relationship that took me a long time to realize that that wasn't right, and that wasn't how a relationship should be. You know, that's my learning lesson. I'm just glad I went through it young. I went through it from 14 to 19. So at 19 I left, and I still had a whole life ahead of me. Now I'm 21, and I'm with who I honestly believe is the love of my life. Now I look back and I'm like, I don't know who this man is. If I saw him walking down the street, I wouldn't know him.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Somebody out there that isn't going to put you through half of what your current relationship is putting you through. And people are so comfortable and so like in love with the idea of being with the person forever that they convince themselves that things are normal that are not normal at all. But when you finally move on, oh my god, when you find out a person, bro, it's happiness you did not know existed. Like, if your relationship is chilling, everything else is chilling. I swear, like, between us, we work out everything between us. I used to tell people everything in my last relationship. Big mistake. Not everybody wants to know your business, and not everybody should know your business. It flows way smoother. Like you got a brand new car, baby. Some things I was going through. If you're crying every night, if you do not look forward to seeing this person, that's another thing. Like, damn, you don't even want to see him. It's time to go. The age don't matter. Where you at in life don't matter. If someone wants to be serious, settle down, act right, they will. I'm telling you. Like, another thing is like family. His family did not like me. They never even met me and sat down and had a conversation with me. Didn't like me for 4 years. Mainly because I was black, which is a whole different thing. Like, whoa, where do you live in the dark ages? Like, Kendrick's family loves me so much, bro. Uncle tells me to get pregnant every time he sees me. He says he wants his god baby, and he's getting old, and he wants to live to see us have kids. His mom says we're his kids. She doesn't even say daughter-in-law. She says these are my kids. She considers me her kid. Like, his family accepted me off the bat without even knowing me, because they figure if Kendrick loves her, we gonna love her even more. Like, that is the energy. I'm making this video for my friends who I can't necessarily tell what to do, but I see you. You're all seen. And just know that the path to self-love and knowing your self-worth is a beautiful ass path to take. Like, don't worry about how long you've been single or how long you will be single, because it all blows over. We're young. When I was like 13, I said I wanted to have a kid and get married when I was 18 years old. Baby, at 18, if I would have had a kid, I'm fat sometimes. No, baby. Like, your whole plan, the plan you think you have planned out for life is never what it's supposed to be. And the person that you least expect to fall in love with is going to be that person. You're going to least expect it. It's going to be a person you never thought it would be. And it's going to make you so happy. Like, I really encourage you to lead a relationship you're in, or at least test the waters and date different people to see what you truly like. Because if you get too comfortable, you'll never know. And you'll be one of those people who are 40 years old getting a divorce and having to start over in life. Like, I would much rather start over now than in 20-30 years. Never in my life. Like, another great thing about realizing your self-worth is you're okay with the idea of being alone. Like, this may not work out, so I'll be okay if it doesn't. Like, that's the move. No, girl, that's your food that just fell out your mouth. Gotta look at the bigger picture. Like, am I happy? Is this bringing me happiness? Is it worth it at the end of the day? Is this person worth all this stress? Like, could I find something better? Are they stressing as much as I am? That's another sign. If that person doesn't care about the relationship half as much as you do, cut them off, baby, because they don't care. Don't trap yourself, because you have the freedom to leave. Now, if you're in an abusive relationship, that's a whole different thing. I'll talk about toxic relationships, but abusive relationships, you gotta find a way out of those too, because those are detrimental. Like, you should never have yourself in that situation. No matter who they are, no matter how much you love them, it's never going to be worth it. I promise you. Like, your happiness in your life is priceless. It is priceless. I wish happiness on every single person I come across, and I pray for happiness on even evil people, because they need it the most. Because there are people who hit on my relationship now, and I know that they sit at night and pray about us breaking up or hoping that they break up. Because Kendrick was such a popular person when I met him. I know there's girls and guys and all types of people that don't want us to work out. But I pray against that. I pray for them, and I pray for us every day. And we just take it day by day. We're very happy. We're very in love. I feel like we get better and better. We were never perfect to start out with, but like, I really feel that we get better and better. He says the same thing. He says right now we're better than we've ever been. You just have to find what works for you. You have to work it out. You have to find that balance, that peace, because they're supposed to be your peace, right? Won't you be my peace? But yeah, you'll find it, I promise you. If you guys ever want to talk about anything relationship wise, feel free to DM me on It's Sleek Leak. I'm always open. I check my DMs every day. If you ever want me to go more in depth of like what my situation was, I will. But then again, yeah, I will. If you ever want me to go more in depth about my relationship currently and how we make it work, because that's another thing, is like people used to really idolize my last relationship because we were together for so long. They were like, how do you make it work, and blah blah blah. Like, bitch, I don't know how I'm making it work. I'm just here. People are like at your job like, well, why is 3 times taxes? I just work here. I don't know. That's how I felt in my relationship. I was like, I just come here to be in a relationship and I leave. Like, now I feel like I'm in a better place to get relationship advice because I've seen both sides. But if you ever want any type of questions, if you ever want me and Kendrick to do a Q&A, we will. I've been keeping him kind of off my channel because I'm considering, like, if I put him on my channel so much, I might as well just make us a joint channel. So I'm just thinking about that. But if I do end up posting him more on here, we'll probably just keep him on here because I don't know how he feels about a couple YouTube. I mean, he said making us our own YouTube, but like later on, like when we actually have our own place. I'm gonna get ready to go to work now because I have work in about 30 minutes. I'm always going to be down to talk about self-love, self-empowerment, female empowerment, getting out of toxic relationships, because everybody can relate to it. So it's just always something that weighs heavy on me because I see it around me way too much, way more often than I should. I feel so content with mine that I'm like, I want other people to reach this status. I want other people to be as happy as I am. So if you ever want more of this, just let me know. I'm so down. Yeah, I'm going to take my butt to work and make some moolah baby. Make sure you thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for some more Look in Your Life. Put on your post notifications so you can know every single time I post. I'm going to try to post 2 times a week starting now. You guys are my family. I love posting on here. I love being super personal on here versus on Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.